Welcome back to technology. This week, reading practice with Tumble Book Library. Okay, let's get started right away here. So, to get to Tumble Books, well, you're going to want to look at the activity here, and once we're done watching the video, of course, we're going to go click on this link here for Tumble Books. Okay, it says Tumble Book Library. And this is a special link that allows us, as a school, Markham, to use this for free, this program. Here's the main website for Tumble Book Library. Okay, it's got this yellow bar at the top, first of all, that pops up. You can just click Dismiss. It's talking about cookies. That's just a saved file that helps it load better on a website. Let's just choose one from the new books list right here. So, Love Is. This looks like a nice book. To get started reading it, you got to click Read Online. Okay. Then, here's the menu for how the book will play. Okay. You can just click for it to start playing, and you can click down here as well to fast forward or rewind a page. You can change the volume, turning it off or on, and you can make it instead of automatic, which is on already, so it'll just keep reading and turning the pages for you. You can turn it to manual, which means you have to turn the page yourself digitally. And then here's the button to close it too. But let's just start it playing with the play button here. Here we go.
Love is holding something fragile, tiny wings and downy head. Love is noisy midnight feedings, shoebox right beside the bed. It's peaceful sleeping, no more peeping, tucked in tightly, head to toes. Love is waking up together, side by side, and beak to nose.
So that's how this program works, and you can see it lights up the words and you can follow along and read it as it goes, okay? To pick a different book after you, maybe let's say we finished this book, and it's really great. I suggest you try this one if you want. Once you're done, you can click the close button here, okay? But here's the main list of books, okay? It's got these categories up here you can choose from. Storybooks are really good because they read them to you and they're really great. Read-alongs are also pretty good, but they're a little bit more advanced. Ebooks you have to read all by yourself, so there's nobody helping you read. So it's just a book, regular book. Graphic novels, of course, those are like comic books, and you have to read those to yourself. And then there's more other things over here, but storybooks is what I want to focus on. Okay, and this first list here of new books, these are storybooks as well. Okay, so let's just choose one of these, or we can even choose one by going to storybooks and looking through the big list that they have here. These are all storybooks here. Let's show you a couple different kinds of books here. Okay, so if we want to do a read along, okay, you can click the read along tab. Now this is a little bit more difficult. These are longer books. These are like whole chapter books. But if you really see one that you like, you can try it out. I suggest this for second grade, but for first and kindergarten, I suggest you just do some of the storybooks. Okay, those are the best. Let's just do pirates here. I love pirates. You can click Read Online. Okay, just like before, and here we go. It doesn't have many pictures. There might be a few, but it's a whole chapter book, and you can click. You can just click the play button down here to get started.
Chapter 1. The Sled. Do you live here? Emily looked up from her sketchbook. A boy was standing in front of her porch. He was tall and skinny.
And you can see it reads it as just like before, and it highlights the words for you to help follow along. And you can try to read it as it goes. Okay, this is the best way. One of the best ways to practice reading is to just see the words as someone reads them to you as well, and you can try to keep up and read along. Okay, that's what a read along is. If you want to get back to a different chapter, let's say you listened to the whole first chapter and maybe you wanted to take a break, you can get to it back to the different chapter that you were on before, or skip ahead too by clicking this chapter menu right here. Okay, and you can see, wow, there's like 10 chapters in this book, and you can skip to different chapters and start from there. Okay, you can skip ahead on pages, but it should automatically turn pages once it reads to the bottom if you're just listening to it. Finally, to close this type of book, there's no easy close button. You're just going to have to go up to the tab and close it at the top with that tab up the top. Okay, and then you can go back to storybooks, or you can even close this too. It opens a new tab every time you open a book. Okay, so you can leave your main tab open and just know that it'll open a new tab every time you try a new book. Let's look down and further. Okay, let's look at ebooks. Okay, this is just a regular old book. So if you read this, for example, this ebook online, you can click just on the side to turn a page, and you've got to read these ones all on your own. If you're a good reader and you don't feel like waiting for someone to read to you, you should try one of these ebooks if you want. And you can actually read the whole book on your own. And it does have some pictures. So for example, look out below. Cricket jumped back into the house. As a giant slab of snow slid off the roof, whump, it landed in a heap, blocking the sidewalk. She poked her head out the front door. Good one, Tyler, she yelled. Now how am I supposed to get to school? Tyler laughed. So obviously I'm just reading this on my own. And you can turn the page just by clicking back and forth. And to go back to the main menu again, you got to just click on the tab and close it. Let me show you one last piece about these. Okay, let's go to graphic novels. You can go to the tab at the top and go to graphic novels. And there are some really cool graphic novels. I really like some of these Dinosaur Explorer graphic novels. They're super cool about these kids that time travel and go back and explore about dinosaurs and the Paleozoic and all sorts of different cool stuff like this one. And anyways, there's lots of great graphic novels as well. And for example, if we clicked on one, and we did read online, this one, you just scroll, okay? You simply scroll down. I think you can skip pages. No, that's a chapter skip, these arrows at the top. So that skipped a whole chapter. So to read this, you just scroll down, and you just keep scrolling down. And here, it's got really great pictures, and it shows you the whole geologic time scale from people all the way back through dinosaurs into the Paleozoic. And oh wow, this is a good one. I love reading about this stuff. So this doesn't read to you. You've got to read this, but it's great. It's like a comic book once it gets started. For example, Chapter 1, Triassic Transport. Aren't we back to the future yet? Oh no, he's lost it again. So I guess maybe this isn't the one that you want to start on, maybe, because they're already back in time. Or I guess you could. So I highly suggest you try out one of these books from the new books section or one of the storybooks, especially if you're in kindergarten or first grade, and simply listen and try to read along. If you're in second grade or above, then I suggest you try any of these, okay? Storybooks, read-alongs, ebooks, or graphic novels. I really highly suggest the graphic novel if you like comic books. And that's that. So try to read a couple books, and then when you're all done, just close it. You can go back to Seesaw. You can do add response, and you can either take a picture and give me a thumbs up if you liked it, or you can do a drawing, and maybe you could type out which books you liked. You can draw me a picture, or you can write about one of the books that you liked and tell me about which one you liked, or whatever you really want to do. Just respond any way you really like, actually. But just try out a couple books. And that's the lesson for this week. Hopefully you enjoy Tumble books. I'll see you next time.